For a good start, you need quick reflexes and coordination. Before the start, press the clutch, put your weight on the front, and accelerate until the limiter threshold. As soon as the gates go down, let go of the clutch and give it full gas. If you manage it at just the right time, you have a good chance of pulling off a whole shot. The clutch can be useful if you find yourself jostling for positions in the middle of a race. On slow corners or hairpins, you need power and thrust to get going again. In these cases, hit the clutch and let it go immediately after accelerating. Once again, coordination is everything, but with a bit of practice, I'm sure you'll master this technique. There are many ways of managing speed on corners, and you need different approaches according to the effect you want to achieve. On wide bends, just use the engine brake. If you calculate the distance well and arrive to the curve prepared, you shouldn't have to worry about the brakes. If you want powerful braking instead, use the front brake. It'll have an immediate effect with a short stopping distance. But don't overdo it. Only the best riders can do this without ending up face down in the mud. The rear brake is really useful when you want to combine braking and turning. Use it on hairpin bends or for tight, precise trajectories. When you accelerate, think about what kind of bend lies in wait and what kind of trajectory you want to set. On broad corners, keep straight and turn by dabbing the accelerator. If the corner is banked, lean into it, taking advantage of the inner side. This will enable you to leave the corner much faster and with the gas open. In both cases, remember that you can tighten the line of the curve even more by moving your weight to the front wheel. Never underestimate the importance of a good trajectory. If you want to be fast, this is where you need to start. The shape and position of a jump on the track can make a big difference when you're riding. Experience and talent will show you how to handle them, but I can give you a few pieces of precious advice in the meantime. When you face individual bumps or those followed by a corner, stop accelerating just before you reach the top. Your trajectory will be lower and you will lose less time flying. If you have to tackle one or more jumps instead, you'll need a decidedly longer trajectory. In this case, tackle the ramp by moving your weight to the back. This maneuver, combined with a good dose of gas, will give you the best traction for literally taking flight. A series of bumps are also handled by putting your weight to the back. The front wheel won't get in your way and will allow the rear shock absorber to absorb all the ground's irregularities. Perfect control of the flying bike will help you land well, without taking unnecessary risks. So, the best way to land from the jump is to keep the wheels as parallel as possible to the ground. When you're flying, you've got to move your weight forwards or backwards on the bike to land with the most traction. Careful not to overdo it, or you'll find yourself on the floor before you know what's happened. You can also use the accelerator and rear brake to steer the bike while flying. Using the former, the bike will point upwards. Using the latter, it will point downwards. One technique is no better than the other, and only practice will tell you which is more efficient for your riding style. If you want to finish the scrub as well as possible, technique and timing are fundamental. This technique is frequently used by professional riders and gives you a lower trajectory when compared to a simple jump. The aim is always the same, saving as much time as possible when flying. Okay, to perform a scrub, the bike and rider have to be going in different directions, but right before the wheels leave the ground. As you might guess, timing is essential. Move too early and you risk falling. Do it too late and you won't finish the scrub. You can't do a scrub on all jumps. Using it on small jumps or those that are very close is pointless, even risky. Study the tracks and look for the best points to scrub. Your times will visibly improve.